What's up? High on Life 2. I played the first game, and this game was a really, really nice, cool game. Especially the lines. I like the lines and how they do the lines. Those are amazing. The game itself is not that, the first part. I'm talking about the first part. It's not that like revolutionary, but it's it keeps you on focus because you wanna watch this game. You wanna play this game. You wanna explain the how it goes. And yeah, so after a couple of the days, I needed some relaxation and a whole day of video games. And I decided, yeah, why not? Well, I made my home chores. I walked my cat, and I took care of my nephews. And now it's the day of the time that I can just relax and review what is up on daily agenda. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't forced to play the High on Life too, but I didn't want it to. I just didn't want it to do that I do every day, so I decided to start a new story. And the things I don't turn as planned, but luckily for those who you want to know whether High on Life 2 is good or bad, it turned out well the time. It might be also add that I got hooked on the game and I wasn't prepared for how much I found actually game has with me. We gave the first game as a modest score, and this is one actually twice as good. Squanch Games has taken the criticism on the board, set back to the poked fun in themselves, and delivered a production that is superior and is every way to the first one. I will admit I was worried that it would be a complete flop, so I didn't turn out that bad at all. So, did you play the first game? Hmm. I suffered from the variety of obvious problems, the biggest of which were lack of variety, linear levels, and clanking controls. Sometimes it was very boring to fight against bosses, but the biggest Achilles heel was the humor, which was a bit surprising, and I genuinely like it and I enjoyed the work. But you know, it has something typical Rick and Morty humor, but everything is more toned down. The genre is still there, the DNA is still there, but the first game in the rear mirror, the developers has been cautious, and they have tried to be very, 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 very the safe side. It never get tedious. It's not always funny either, but you don't laugh constantly, like from time to time. But it is what it is. It's probably me and my sense of humor. But some of the people they will be like fun of that. They are like ha 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 from each time. So um let's get into the game. What's game about? And the game it's about the left off. This is the world best bounty hunter, the man who brought down the organization that used the human race to make alien drugs. You got from a life filled with TV appearances, game shows, new bounties, and general celebrities' lifestyle to once again becoming one of the most famous wanted people. Things go awry when your sister, who has changed careers and become involved in animal rights groups, shows up as your next bounty. She has released that Ria Pharmaceuticals has the same plan OG3 has in the first game. They want to legislate the human in a drug manufacturing, and in this information leads someone that put a price on her head. So since it's your sister, and we're talking about a bounty hunter, you should never do it kill other bounty hunters. Instead of going by the FIP G3 killer, this changed in a blink of the eye, and you are known as outlaw. All the bounty hunters is in the universe, and now after you, so you don't want gang must hide the make plans, figure out who is behind, and it's all save humanity for the second time. The game's first boss, a lizard-like skateboard riding reptile who wants the prize money on your hand, is the pre-sequence for one of the absolutely best parts of the game. After a battle with a somewhat unexpected outcome, his beloved boars ends up in your possession. Instead of you riding with your spend the rest of the game skateboarding, as the Squanch games has really done a wonderful job here. Traveling across the game large levels is really fun. You can hear the sound of the skateboard wheels against the ground, and feeling of its speed is also nice, and it's also there. There are always plenty of ramps, rails to grind on the walls to ride against, and once you get it, hang it out, you'll fly across the map like a killing machine on the wheels. The board is on high life too, is clearly designed for you and you're bored. So that means you have the opportunities and to use it. It's really, really fun. Squanch Games has embraced elements that are clearly inspired by Tony Hawk. There are always scale ladders to collect around the world, and you can buy new boards, girl tape, and wheels in the new colors, so which makes this game is a little bit more optionable. Um, so about the weapons, all of your weapons have the special ability. Swizzy can shot on the orb that stops time, and Gus can suck things up and shoot the kinds of metal frisbee just like the first game. Travis shoots grenades that lob enemies and things into the air, which you can then continue to shot at the juggle them less kind of morbid circus act. Boy can open portals to another dimension and shoot out hidden buttons. Overall, what they have in common is that the abilities are helpful, feel well throughout out, and the natural use of way. So overall, they have in common is that the abilities are helpful, feel well throughout out of the natural to use. There's no unnecessary padding, which is obviously a positive thing. In the game, you have five different objectives to complete before you can take on the final boss. The common demonation is Ria Pharma and the production of Human's pills. The setup is largely the same as the first game, but there are actually several differences if you take a closer look. There's a lot of variety between the different sections, and you don't get tired of the game just because it follows the same template over and over again. Well, the boss fights aren't exactly brilliant, but they are much more entertaining than in first game. Several of them are actually really fun, breaking the fourth wall and providing great entertainment. Squanch Games has taken big steps forward in this regard, which is clear after watching the credit rolls after being like a 10 hours. And yeah, so High on Life 2 is a really good game. It's not a masterpiece, obviously, but it does everything that's Predator did and a little bit more. Well, it actually suffers from a few too many bugs and needs a little bit of polishing, but nothing major. And you can wait to start playing. I'm not going to try to stop you because the game is really good. And my concerns about this game turned out to be unfolded, uh, which is uh, which is odd. And I'm very happy about it. As I said, even throughout the time and Rick and Morty creators isn't involved in running Squanch games, but there is definitely a DNA behind, and it's clearly still premise the game development over there, and that's something you have either love or hate, and I like it, and I like High on Life too, and I recommend you. Thank you.